1173. How would high-density altitude affect the performance of a small, unmanned aircraft? A. No change in performance. B. Increased performance. C. Decreased performance. The correct answer is C. As the density altitude increases, the air becomes less dense, which means there is less air for the aircraft's wings to generate lift. This results in decreased performance, such as reduced climb rate, reduced maneuverability, and longer takeoff and landing distances. Additionally, the engine may produce less power due to the thinner air, further reducing the aircraft's performance. Therefore, high-density altitude can be a significant factor in the safe operation of small, unmanned aircraft. 1174. If the outside air temperature, OAT, at a given altitude is warmer than standard, the density altitude is A. Equal to pressure altitude. B. Lower than pressure altitude. C. Higher than pressure altitude. The correct answer is C. When the outside air temperature is warmer than the standard temperature, the air becomes less dense. This reduces the amount of air molecules available to produce lift, which in turn reduces the aircraft's performance. As a result, the density altitude increases, which means the aircraft is effectively operating at a higher altitude with a lower air density. This can cause reduced engine performance, longer takeoff and landing distances, and decreased climb performance. 1175. What are the standard temperature and pressure values for sea level? A. 15 degrees Celsius and 29.92 inches of mercury. B. 59 degrees Celsius and 1013.2 millibars. C. 59 degrees Fahrenheit and 29.92 millibars. The correct answer is A. The usual pressure at sea level is 29.92 inches of mercury. 15 degrees Celsius is the typical sea level temperature. 1176. Which factor would tend to increase the density altitude at a given airport referenced in the weather briefing? A. An increase in barometric pressure. B. An increase in ambient temperature. C. A decrease in relative humidity. The correct answer is B. An increase in ambient temperature would tend to increase the density altitude at a given airport referenced in the weather briefing. As the temperature increases, the air becomes less dense, and the aircraft will experience a decrease in performance. This means that the aircraft will require a longer takeoff roll and higher ground speed to become airborne, and may have difficulty climbing to altitude. On the other hand, an increase in barometric pressure would tend to decrease the density altitude, and a decrease in relative humidity would have a negligible effect on the density altitude. 1177. What effect does high-density altitude have on the efficiency of a small, unmanned aircraft propeller? A. Propeller efficiency is increased. B. Propeller efficiency is decreased. C. Density altitude does not affect propeller efficiency. The correct answer is B. The efficiency of a propeller depends on the air density, and high-density altitude means that the air density is lower. Since the propeller is designed to operate most efficiently in standard atmospheric conditions, when the air density is lower than standard, the propeller is less efficient. This means that the engine has to work harder to produce the same amount of thrust, resulting in decreased performance.